Bailey. All right, sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna start with our neck. So I want you to think about tucking your chin in towards your chest, which is gonna bring your ears over your shoulders. So a lot of us are out here most of the time with our chin out over our chest. Tuck the chin back over the shoulders, and then from that chin tucked position, let the crown of the head fall down towards the floor, and just let gravity take your head forward. So now breathe deeply. Think about allowing the belly to rise and fall with the breath as you move through these stretches. We want to deepen and lengthen the breath. Good, go ahead and keep that chin tucked, but bring the crown of the head back up towards the sky. Good, so we're gonna keep that chin tucked position, ears over shoulders, as we take our right ear over to our right shoulder and stretch out this upper trap. So we're breathing deeply here. Allowing the belly to rise and fall with the breath as you stretch out that neck. We're not pulling or tugging on the neck at all. So sometimes, you'll see people reaching up and over, but we really can just let gravity do its work here. Good, we're bringing the head back to neutral, keeping that chin tucked. That's really important. Right now, let's take our left ear over to our left shoulder from that chin tucked position and let gravity just take the head over to the left side. Breathing. One more breath here. And bringing the head back to neutral. Good. Notice that chin is still tucked. Good. From this position, let's do some shoulder shrugs, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale, releasing them down. Good. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears, and exhale down. Good. Couple more. And down. Last one. Inhale up. And down. Good. All right. Interlace the fingers here, and we're going to press the arms up overhead for a torso stretch. So we're reaching those arms up overhead, and then we're going to take a little back bend here. So really reaching through the shoulders, through the palms of the hands, up and back. And go ahead and release down. Good. Give those arms a little break. And then we're going to go back again. We'll flip those palms over, up to the sky, take them up and back, reaching, lifting the crown of the head. Breathe. And relaxing the arms back down. Good. We've got one more of those. Ready? Here we go. Flip the palms, reaching towards the sky, up and back, full torso stretch. Breathe. And exhale, releasing down. Good. All right, from this seated position, let's take our right fingertips to the back of our head. Reach that left hand down towards the floor. We're keeping our chest upright here as we reach that left hand down to the floor. Just for a side bend here. We're trying to touch the floor on that left side. Breathe. It's really easy to hold the breath during these lateral bends. We want to keep breathing. And then think about not letting that chest round forward. We want to keep that chest nice and open. Good. And then use those obliques to draw you back to center. Good. We're going to switch sides. Left fingertips to the back of the head. Right hand down towards the floor. Reaching. Good. Keep that left shoulder back and open. Chest is open and lifted. And back to center. Good, we're breathing here. One more on each side. Let's go. Here we go. Take it over. Breathe. And back to center. Good. One last time. Other side. Fingertips here. No pulling on the neck at all. Reaching that hand down towards the floor, stretching out the obliques. And then using those obliques to come back to center, squeezing back to center. Good. All right, we're gonna bring our forearms together in front of our body, and you may not be able to touch, and that's okay. We're just working on bringing those elbows and then palms together so the forearms are together. And then we're gonna tee the arms back out to the side of the room. So maybe even starting here in this field goal position, and we're gonna squeeze our shoulder blades back, so we're drawing our elbows back towards the back wall, and then exhale, bring the forearms together, stretching out the upper back. Good, inhale, open up wide, and exhale, bring them back together. Good. Keep those elbows nice and lifted. Squeezing, bringing them towards one another here. Tighten the core. Inhale, open up. Good, let's do one more just like that. Open up. Good, and then relax those arms down. Good, we've done a lot of upper body. Now we're gonna move down to our lower body, and we're gonna start with just a single leg stretch. So we're gonna kick that foot out away from us, toes drawing back towards the nose. And again, you wanna be on the edge of your chair here, and you wanna make sure your chair is not gonna slip away from you. So don't be in anything rolling, be on something that's nice and stable on the floor. We're gonna keep our hands on our hips here to ensure that we're hinging from our hips. So what we don't want is any kind of folding in our back, because we don't want the bend to come from our back. We want it to come from the hips. So we're sitting up tall here, extending just one leg straight out in front of us, keeping the spine long, inhale, and then exhale, hinging forward. I would put Bailey outside, but it's a very rainy day here in the Pacific Northwest on the Oregon coast. So she's inside, tromping around like a 16-year-old old dog. So keep that leg nice and straight here. And we're breathing and softening into the stretch. You can bring those hands down to the legs once you know that you're hinging from the hips. We want to breathe in these stretches. That's key. That nice deep belly breath signals to our body that we're in a relaxed state. So we're not in that stressed, tense, flight or fight stress response that we're in a lot of the day. So we're signaling to our body, release those muscles, soften, relax. Good, go ahead and come on up. That was a nice long stretch, good. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Opposite leg out, extend it, toes drawing back towards the nose, sitting up tall, and then exhale as you hinge forward over that leg. Good, nice deep breaths here again, filling the belly with air. Good, notice the spine getting longer on those inhales. And then exhale, folding and softening over that leg. Good, stay here for another breath. And come on up. Good, all right, we have one more seated stretch and then we'll stand up. So we're gonna rotate over towards our left. So we're gonna take that left arm behind us and grab a hold of the chair, maybe even the back of the chair if you have access. And then we're gonna bring that right hand across the body. Now we're not tugging on our torso to get into this twist. We're just using this as a little bit of support. So look out over your left shoulder, and then right here, let's breathe using the breath to draw us into this twist. So inhale, and then exhale, soften into that rotation. Good, and go ahead and come back to center. Good, we've got the same thing on the other side, so we're taking that right hand behind us, left arm is gonna come up and over. Look out over your right shoulder here, breathing deeply. not forcing or tugging anything here. We're not prying with the arms. We're just using them as a little support. And coming back to center. Good, all right, we've got a standing stretch here. So you're going to take that chair, you're gonna use that chair, and you might want it to be up against like the wall, or if you have a desk or a table you can hold on to. I will demonstrate with the wall, but you might have balance where you don't need a wall. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in front of our chair, and we're gonna pick that back leg up and rest it on the chair. So notice here I'm holding onto the wall for balance, and you might need to start with something lower at first. So if you can't get your foot up to here, you might, if you have like a rung on your chair, you might see that you could put your back foot on that rung, or I can see that like I even have a shorter rung here, so I might even start with that. So I'm gonna put my foot there, and then I'm gonna hop my front foot out far enough that when I tuck my tailbone under, so I'm bringing my pelvis under, tucking that tailbone, I'm getting this nice stretch through the front of that back leg. And we're just gonna breathe here. So for me, I need to have my foot up to really kind of get this stretch. And then I hop that front foot out just far enough that when I tuck my tailbone under, tucking that tailbone under, I can get that nice stretch through the front of that left hip. And I'm breathing deeply. Okay, take one more breath here. Good, and let's switch legs. So take that opposite foot up to the chair or to whatever you have behind you there. Hop that front foot out just as far as you need to. It doesn't need to be way out in front of you. It just needs to be far enough that when you tuck your tailbone, right, that tucking under of the pelvis, that you feel the stretch in the front of that right hip. Breathing deeply. Good, one more deep breath here. And go ahead and relax. Good, all right, so we got our neck, our shoulders, our upper body, our torso. We've got our legs, our hamstrings, and our quads. And from there, you could just roll your wrists and your ankles, maybe give those fingers a pull back and down. That actually feels really nice. And then we've pretty much hit the whole body, and that is your stretching routine for today. See you soon.